So, in the last episode, we've just seen that in the 21st century, in order to win, we need to think in a radically new way. And this is why the concept of intuitive intelligence and the intuitive compass, its application model, were invented. Well, my observations today, when it comes to leadership, innovation, and change, is that actually doing things by the book really doesn't deliver the results people want. And I see that over and over again. I see leaders who are extremely smart, who keep doing things the way they used to be done, and don't get the result they need. So, I thought about that, and I realized that actually two big things are left out of business and keeps us stuck. The first thing is, we don't understand that people are essentially unconscious. Neuroscience explains that our gray matter works much more for our unconscious than it works for our conscious, and this by a big proportion. Listen, 80% of our gray matter is dedicated to unconscious thoughts, when only 20% works for our conscious thoughts. Just imagine your computer. Imagine 80% of the CPU of your computer working for things that you don't have a clue about, and only 20% of the CPU is dedicated to your word processing, spreadsheets, email management, and on. Quite impressive. The good news, though, is that from our unconscious comes imagination and breakthrough ideas. Makes sense, if it were coming from our conscious mind, then we would know these ideas already. They would not be breakthrough ideas. They would not be new ideas. In other words, our unconscious is the seat of our imagination. Then the question, of course, is how do I access my unconscious? Well, as we all know, we access our unconscious in dreams, but that's not exactly your professional attitude. So the other way that I've researched to get to our unconscious, which leads to our imagination, is actually through play. Play eludes our analytical mind. And when people are engaged in their guts, the same way as a child is engaged in play, then you can see how much more easily people can change and how much more they can achieve beyond what we perceive as our human limits. In other words, with our Western analytical approach, we've handicapped ourselves. We tend to believe that the solutions to innovation are organizational structures and processes, but actually it's not true. Some research has shown, McKinsey 2008, that innovation is really about people and culture. And as we've seen, people are more irrational than they are rational. And people can really access the imagination and new ideas through play and not through a linear, organized way of working. This is why I invented the intuitive compass, so we can actually deal with the unconscious aspect of who we are, and we can deal with the fact that play leads to imagination. So look for the next episode, because we'll show you how to win at the innovation